So this young man has lost his mother and his father. On both sides, both parents was the only child. And later, he becomes the only child. So he gets with a young lady and they fall madly in love. All he wants to do is spend time with her, take care of her, provide for her, the whole nine. This woman literally felt like she had the most perfect man in the world. But one day, she got really sick. She couldn't keep her food down, she was throwing up a lot, and she felt like she was always about to faint. He started realizing that his mother used to have those same symptoms before she passed away. So he was scared. So he rushes her to the hospital as fast as he could. They run some tests on her, and then the doctors came back to deliver the news. So once the doctor walks into the room, he says, "Hey, I got some news for you guys." Him and her started expecting the worst. So the doctor grabs the young lady's hand and says, "Listen, the reason why you're sick is because you're pregnant." The eyes light up like crazy. So she laughs and she smiles and says, "Shut up, you're lying, shut up." The doctor is excited to deliver the news. Now the man is excited, but now he confused. Because when he was little, something happened to him and the doctors told him, "You'll never be able to have kids." So this is a bittersweet moment for him, but he really genuinely felt like his significant other has been faithful to him. So he's trying to get it out of his head that she did anything to betray him. So months go by. He has a whole bunch of doubt. But the closer it gets to that 9-month period, the doubt goes away. Now she always felt like she had the greatest man in the world, but he outdid himself when she was pregnant. Now he doesn't have any doubt in his mind. Even if the baby is not his, he still wants to accept the baby because he loves this woman so much. So one day while he's at work, her water breaks. She calls him right away and says, "Baby, oh my gosh, the baby is coming, the baby is coming." He starts freaking out, jumping up and down, and just like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." So he rushes to the office and tells his bosses, "Hey, I gotta go. I got a baby on the way. My baby's on the way." The bosses think it's cute and they like, "Yo, congratulations. Go take care of the baby. Go take care of the baby." So this man literally stopped at the store and grabbed a whole bunch of flowers, jumped in the car and started driving to the hospital. He made it to the street that the hospital was on and was waiting for a red light. All he had to do was, when the light turned green, go up a couple feet, make a left, and he's there. Next thing you know, it's a green light. As he's turning into the hospital, a car smacks and hit him. And later on, took the life of the young man. The person that was driving was a drunk driver, and they wanted to beat the red light. And since the young man did not have any family, he didn't have any emergency contacts. And the young lady he was with, he didn't think about putting her on his emergency contact. So now this young lady is in the hospital with her newborn baby, wondering where her father was at. No matter how much she called, the phone would not pick up. And at first she said something could be wrong, and then she went into, "He probably just don't want us no more." She started crying and crying and crying. A few hours go by and she wakes up with the news on, and it's talking about how a young man was murdered by a drunk driver. She looked at the car and seen the license plates and knew it was him. She told the nurses, "Hey, I just seen the father of my child was murdered on the news, and they said he was in this hospital." They took her down to identify his body, and it was him. When the mother got out the hospital, she would drink and drink and drink. And when the little girl grew up, one day she asked her mom to stop drinking. And the mother said, "I can't, because it's taking away the pain of your father not being here." And her mother drunk herself to death. And when this young lady grew up, you cannot have a bottle of alcohol around her if you know her. She never tastes alcohol. She hates to look at alcohol because she feels like alcohol took her whole family away from her. And every time she dates a guy and they always say they want to go out, they will make it seem like she's crazy because she don't want to have a sip of alcohol. And you know what's crazy about this whole story? That is really based on a true story. If you want more stories like this, type story time in the comments and I got you. And to all the cool people that follow me, I'll see you in the next video.